Alright, hello and good day. My name is Hoser. Welcome to Rust. We are in the sandbox server today, and I have an interesting build for you. I've got an auto smelt build. Now, this particular auto smelt build is meant for auto crafting. So, we're going to be doing a particular base where it's just resources in, C4 out. So it's get your friends together, everybody's going out collect resources and put your resources in a hole, and then they run back out to gather more resources, and then you just C4 pops out on the other side. So this is the smelting section for that build. So let's I'm gonna grab a couple resources in here. 2 stacks. Let's do some stacks. A few stacks. Throw some of these in. All right. So how this works is I've got my my power bars right there. So I've got my storage, and then I got my storage monitor, RF broadcaster, and the hopper. We had all the materials be collected by the hopper. The storage monitor monitors the wooden box, and every time an item is collected by the hopper, it initiates the storage monitor to activate the RF broadcaster. Now that RF broadcaster signals my receiver, and then its connection splits in two between increasing the increment counter on the counter and activating the set on this memory cell. So that itself is all automatic. Now, as you can see, I got my conveyors here, and they all have their own filters for sulfur, metal ore, and high qual. I've color coded each of them so that everything makes sense. So obviously sulfur yellow, metal ore is red, and high qual is blue. So this is blue. So this one's high qual, this one's red, so it's metal frags, and this one's yellow for sulfur. So full stacks, and full stacks. Okay. So for this particular design, I hope all the connections are apparent to you. If you want, you can pause the video so you can take a nice look, so that you can like either take a screenshot or whatever, keep the video paused and then make your circuit design whatever you need to. But what the connections right now, I have 3 buttons that are just either resetting the counter, increasing the counter, or decreasing the counter. So the increment counter, decrement counter, and then clearing. So this is just clear, everything turns off. So these connections, the button connects to reset on the memory cell, as well as clears the counter to let it be 0 for it to stop. But I have this button here. I'm just using an OR gate. So not only is the RF receiver sending a signal to this OR gate to increase the set counter, but I can also increase the set counter by using the button. Well, if it was on. While it was on. Let's try that. Let's just throw it on and I'll increase it manually. Yeah, let's throw that in there. There, beautiful. Everything's turned on. Now, if you notice, I put one stack in. You can see that it's 2. Problem is that storage monitor counts the material going in and out into the electric furnaces. So it counts it twice. So a stack going in and a stack going out. Now, that does become a problem once material goes into this final box. So this box, as you can see, it has its own storage monitor on it. So the moment a stack finishes smelting, it goes into this box, which will activate the storage monitor to hit this OR switch, which I've just added an extra button so I can decrease it manually. So the decrement counter. So as material go into this box, the decrement counter the counter loses 1. And I can do that manually. So it's at 2. Now it's at 1. So that's the only reason why I've added the OR gate, is just so that I can use the button and increase the button as much as I want, And then say if I look at it in here, oh, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I have 12 stacks in here. I can just increase it with my increment counter. Where is that increment counter? Right there. See this orange coming from that right to this button. So I think I had what? Said 12 stacks. There we go. So the set target number is 1. So it's just meant for allowed pass-through. So the moment it turns on, the moment the memory cell starts, is activated. So since both of these are activated at the exact same time, so this electrical branch hits set and activates this OR gate, which hits the increment counter to +1. Both of those start at the exact same time, so both power is supplied and the counter is +1. So now I have 12 stacks. Once a stack is finished, goes into this box, this will activate the decrement counter and count down. So this will, it sort of plays a balance between the storage monitor from both sides. Now this will only decrease by 1, as every single time a stack goes in, it will increase by 2. Eventually, when we do the industrial crafting, I'm going to have another box over here that I'm going to do all the crafting out of, which means this will be able to decrease it by 2 instead of just 1 once material goes into this box. Obviously, when it first initially does that, it will cause this to turn off. But all you can just do is take the increment counter and give it to 13, and then it's not going to turn off automatically. So we're going to go through that in the next, well, maybe not the next video, but once I do the electrical section of the industrial crafting or the auto crafting video, we're going to talk about that then as well. And once I actually get like a factory built, I'm gonna go through it probably once more. But that's really about it. I have the settings here. I haven't put anything in there yet. Kind of unnecessary since all 3 things are being combined in going to this one box with this combiner and then the conveyor with it. Yeah, that is really about it. I hope everything makes sense. It's supposed to be more efficient for electricity, so once everything is smelted, it will eventually turn off after all the stacks are put into the next box. Actually, let's just make it 12 stacks. So once the end box has 12 stacks filled, these will turn off. And I've found this to be the most efficient method so far in terms of being able to craft all of the items in your wooden box. And I hope this was helpful. I think that's really it for me. Yeah, you guys have a good day. If you have any questions, comment down below, and have a good day. Bye bye.